Hi everyone, my name is Julie Tobyansen. I'm the softball sports marketing manager for Easton, and I wanted to thank the NFCA for giving us this opportunity to speak to all of you. I know we have had a crazy year, but we have some exciting things to be extra proud about. I wanted to bring our very special softball ambassador team together to help speak to some exciting things within Easton around a few topics you as coaches would be interested in. Favorite products, women's empowerment, opportunities, and some product development they are each involved in as well. We have Jen Schroeder, Morgan Stuart, Lauren Chamberlain, and Haylie McCleney, all amazing individuals, and we at Easton are so honored and lucky to have each of them. I wanted to talk about Easton product first. I would love to hear from you guys about what your favorite Easton product is and why. Lauren, you want to start us off?
Of course, I'll start it off. I am so excited to talk about the bats. I am newer to Team Easton, but since I've gotten on, I know you guys can talk to your specific products as well, but there's a bit of a cult following here at Easton. I feel like there is like an insane loyalty to this brand that I haven't seen from any other brand out there on the softball market. I really do believe that that cult following comes from them really never being disappointed in their products. Like they are really happy with what you guys put out, what Easton continues to put out as far as the bats go. My favorite specific bat, obviously the Ghost Advanced. I feel like that's what everybody's talking about. I don't have a ton of experience with the older Ghosts. I've swung a bunch of them though, because literally everybody that I give lessons to shows up with this Easton bat. It's been there forever. But this advanced bat, you guys, I know you can talk about it as well, but this bat is so freaking hot. And it's making me want to come out of retirement when I'm serious. You heard it here first. If I come out, I'm swinging Easton. But know that that advanced bat is so hot, and the way that it comes off the bat has been so cool to really see in the cage on the coaching side. When these girls pick up that bat, it's like this overwhelming confidence that takes over their body when they're swinging this bat. And honestly, I've never seen this happen with another bat, so it's been a pretty cool process to walk in and see what this bat's doing for the confidence of these players. And then on the flip side, with me as an ambassador and really endorsing products, just like Jen, Morgan, and Haylie, it's almost that confidence that it gives us as well to be able to sell the product because it's good. You know what I mean? It's not like we're like gritting our teeth and saying like, oh, like you really need this bat, but don't buy this bat, right? Like we're really truly wanting everybody to experience the magic that these bats have. So that's my little two-piece on the bats. I mean, I just love them. So if I do end up playing again, I'm swinging this Easton bat.
So is this your product update, or is this a retirement announcement?
This is like a teaser. No, don't quote me. No, don't quote me. No. I actually had a dream about it the other night, and yeah, you better believe it. I was swinging that Ghost Advance.
I love it. Well, I'm definitely not coming out of retirement ever. But if I were, I would for sure be using the Easton Catchers gear. And Lauren, just kind of chiming off that whole confidence piece. For me, when we dropped that catcher's gear over a year ago now, it was the first ever gear made for a female body, like made for an actual softball player. The way it shaped her, the way it hugged her, it was filled with inspirational quotes, antimicrobial, inside the mask. Like we all know girls really care about the way they look and their appearance. And from the confidence standpoint, the technology standpoint, and the confidence that it brought to little girls of all different ages who wear this gear, it's just unrivaled in the marketplace. And it's something that I'm so proud that I got to work hand in hand with Easton and hundreds of little girls. Like even though it has my name on it, I don't feel like it's my gear, and I don't even feel like it's Easton's gear. To me, this is the gear for any little girl who's had very big dreams. Like finally gear fits them. I get messages after messages from moms, from dads, from coaches saying that when they put that armor on, they're a completely different player. It's almost like when you put on your uniform for the first time when you're in college, or Haylie, I'm sure with Team USA, you put on that Team USA uniform for the very first time and you're like, whoa, I've made it. That same feeling happens when you put on the gear. And then something I'm really excited for are bags. We are launching in the next couple of weeks. Well, actually, when you watch this, it will have already been launched. 2 new catchers bags, a backpack version and a wheeled bag version. But honestly, all the bags at Easton are really great. I know when I'm traveling all over the country, I've always got one because they are just phenomenal bags. I think it's one of the most underrated products that Easton comes out with. So between catcher's gear and bags, those are the 2 most things that I'm personally excited about.
So good. Well, obviously I'm the defense person, so I'm going to talk about gloves. I think when I was around the time when I was actually signing with Easton and deciding, all right, am I going to be a part of Team Easton? Obviously my answer was yes. One of the first things that I was shown at Easton headquarters was the new professional series of gloves. And I think that that was really, really cool for me to see. I think Easton hasn't always been known for their gloves, but they are coming up really, really big in these next, I mean, that professional series is already out. I saw kind of the matching colors with like the UCLA team and Texas team, really, really cool and clean looking. They're constantly doing research and development and constantly trying to get better. So there's not one product that I don't have confidence in Easton, especially moving forward into some of our gloves that we'll talk about later with the signature series that we're talking about.
Yeah, ditto to all of that. I think what you guys bring up an amazing point, like in the confidence piece of all of Easton's products. And that is one of the things that really drew me to Easton in the first place. I've been using Easton pretty much exclusively since I was like a junior in high school because I went to an Easton school at the University of Alabama. Easton's all I've ever really known, and it's because it's all I've ever wanted to know. The products, just from top to bottom, are like they're second to none. I mean, we're talking bats, gloves, bags. Like Jen, you talked about traveling with that bag exclusively. Like it fits everything and then some. Like it's super functional and super like easy to travel with. But when I'm playing like at the international level in the professional setting, it's like I like love these products. Like I feel like a boss when I'm using them, and that allows me to like make diving catches, hit home runs. Like it just gives you so much confidence when you trust the gear and the products that you have to use on the field. It just gives you an extra edge while you're playing. And I'm super thankful that, you know, Easton has had my back through my entire career, and I'm going to continue using Easton until the day that I die because it's a great brand. What it stands for, the products it puts out, just absolutely second to none.
Awesome, you guys. Thank you. That was really awesome. So although product is, you know, really exciting to talk about, I think these next three topics are going to be really powerful. So I just wanted you guys to kind of share your experiences within Easton, women's empowerment, your opportunities, and then most importantly and most exciting, some product development stuff you guys are kind of in the works with. So Jen, if you want to start, you know.
Yeah, I'd love to start. I mean, for me specifically, when I became a part of Team Easton, I was not a player. I was already a coach, right? So it's a little bit of a different experience. So I'm sure a lot of you can relate to who are watching this. Your coaches, your ex-players, your people who are passionate about the game, and you want to provide the best for your people, the best for your girls. And that's what Easton was, that's what Easton is, and that's what Easton does. So for me, years and years ago, they empowered me to help empower so many little girls around the country. And when we started making specific catcher's gear for the female body, again, it was something that had never been done. And people will say, well, there has been female gear before. Okay, let me tell you what other companies have done. And Easton may get mad at me for really exposing other companies, but what they've done is they've taken the men's gear and then they've stripped it and pinked it and shrinked it. And then they've called it female gear, but it wasn't actually made for a female body. So what we did was we started from scratch. We didn't start from anything, and we built it specifically for girls. There is nothing more empowering and more inspiring than that. And me just kind of getting to be the conduit of what created that product. I think that it's just inspirational for all of you coaches who are hoping to bring the best to your girls in whatever you do. And for me, it's catcher's gear with Easton. But for you, who knows what it is? There's so many different opportunities. And the fact that Easton is engaged in the softball community it makes me so proud to be a part of this brand.
I'll go next. I have a bit of a like kind of different angle on the women's empowerment part of this because it's been a really big thing for me with Easton, and it's been just such a like I'm peaceful about it. You know what I mean? Like I'm at peace working with Easton. It all started the first time I ever met Julie, and we sat down for lunch to just have a conversation about what's next. What are some options that we have? Would this be a good fit for us to work together? And from that meeting, it has been unparalleled respect. equality and just true, just being there for each other and making me feel really good. So I appreciate you, Julie, for that on the forefront. And then fast forward to actually going to headquarters for the first time. And that was just such a special experience. This is something that I know you guys can relate to this too. We've always almost just wanted equal respect. I want to be treated with respect when I'm going somewhere and I'm an ambassador and I'm endorsing a product. I'm an athlete that's endorsing your product. I want to feel like I'm the big dog coming in, right? Like I want to feel like you really, really want me there to represent your product. And from the moment I stepped off the plane in California to head to headquarters, I felt that. I really did. I walked in, everybody was there to greet me. I met everybody from top to bottom on that first day. This wasn't a far away people up in the top offices that didn't have time for softball. They really wanted to get to know Lauren Chamberlain. Hey, welcome. What can we do for you? Can I get you anything? Having, MLB guys downstairs hitting in the cages and everybody's meeting and shaking hands and having a good time. There wasn't a clear separation, which I loved. There was just those little intangible things that really stuck with me. And I left headquarters and felt like, man, like I really do feel like I belong here and I feel like I'm wanted here. So that empowerment that you guys gave me as a company in turn has just kind of trickle affected into, some products that we have coming out, a first baseman that's on the way and that I've had so much fun developing for the first baseman that wasn't always a first baseman, that needed a little bit more of a usable product. It wasn't too much leather. I'm so excited about that mitt, and we can get into that, down the road when it comes, but mine is more of an empowerment from the company itself that's going to show up in the products later on.
Yeah, I'm going to talk a little bit about the opportunities that Easton has given me specifically, and I'm sure that you three are going to probably agree with this, but one of the biggest opportunities that I think that I've loved about being part of Team Easton is being part of kind of this core four, like Lauren, Haylie, Jen, and being able to collaborate and actually be real with each other and be real with Easton. Just like, hey, this is what my girls, from the coaching perspective, this is what they're looking for. This is what they love in this product. This is what probably needs a little bit of improvement, and the opportunity to be the voice of our girls, be the voice of, us coming as ex-athletes, knowing what gets it done and what really needs some work. And I think that opportunity is huge on just a product standpoint, on a development standpoint, and just the messaging behind what girls want to hear about their gear, what girls want to hear that a company like Easton is really considering. They're actually taking their voice and using it. And again, the opportunity to just be able to create a glove personally is a huge thing. Just like Jen, I don't know about you, Lauren, if you're coming out of retirement, but Haylie, you're obviously still playing. I'm not going to play anymore. And the ability to launch a glove with my name on it is, it's like a dream come true, right? It's softball is our favorite sport, and it's a game that we love. And I think that it's something that will live on forever and ever. And I'm really, truly grateful for Easton.
Yeah, ditto to all of that. I mean, the way that Easton gives a voice to all of us in what we want to do for this game, I think is really, really incredible. And I think that we were all taught, like in college or whatever, like you need to leave the game better than you found it. And I think Easton gives us a platform to do that through developing products, through just listening to our opinions and like really valuing what we say. It's not like, hey, you guys are signed with us and here's the products, like go sell them the best you can, like send it to your followers, whatever. It's like, no, like they're taking the time to like listen to our opinions and like value what we say and take it seriously and put continually like great products out there across the board. And I think just giving ears to our voices is really, really important. And it makes us feel validated. It makes us feel empowered. And from the opportunity side of it, I mean, if I like Easton, like helps me continue to play professional softball. Like I'm living the best life right now, and without Easton, that would not be possible. Like softball is my full-time job, and that's the coolest freaking thing in the world. And if more kids can have opportunities like this and align themselves with brands like this that listen to their voices and their opinions, the softball world is going to be a way better place. And like, how cool would it be to have an entire generation of softball athletes just empowered and using their voices and making them feel like their voices matter? And that's what Easton does for us.
Yeah, I think that's all amazing stuff. I think you guys shared a lot of great insights. Talk a little bit more about this product development stuff you guys are working on with us. Jen, I see you shaking your head. You get right into that.
I'm the veteran of the group, like AKA the grandma of the group when it comes to product development. So I'll kick it off. So anytime that we make a product, we meaning Easton and a partner, we want to solve problems. We want to solve a problem that's existing in the space. And so I know that the glove's not out yet. You can't see it, but I happen to have it right here. You can't really see, but you have it. Inside for catchers specifically, I get so many emails all the time asking about people getting like pretty much hammered with their hands, jamming their thumbs. And so one of the things that I want to kind of give away on this video is that we've solved the problem with inserts and what we've done, not just with extra padding, which has been tried before, but actually how we've spaced out our fingers. So I can't really tell you a lot about the glove, but I can tell you that we're solving problems with every single piece of equipment that we are making. And I'm so excited for you to see this glove. Lauren, tell me about your first baseman's glove.
Yes, first baseman glove. I touched on this earlier about how I wasn't always a first baseman. So growing up, I was shortstop, third base, and then I knew I had a big bat. If I wanted to be in the lineup, I needed to be able to play another position, and that fit first base for me. So it was always too much glove. That was my issue. I was like, this is too much leather. It was very taxing to wave all that leather around. Then I started having surgeries, right? My body started to break down. That led to early retirement. But when my body started to break down, I was usually coming back off of an injury, right? Coming back, and I was kind of in recovery while I was still playing. So that glove felt so heavy, you guys, when I was trying to get my quick twitch muscles back. And that's what prompted me to being like, hey, I need to have a smaller glove. I would go to Dick's and buy a youth baseball mitt. A first base mitt. It literally felt like the size of my hand, but it got the job done. It was like $30 glove. It would fall apart in like 2 weeks. Then it wasn't Easton. But I was like, man, I need something that was gonna, get the job done for me. So in the product development of this first base mitt, it's all of my like fantasy parts of a glove put into one as a first base mitt. So it's definitely smaller. It's got cooling inside. There's not like fur that's going to like get caught up in your skin. I sweat. So it's, I need something that's not, some of these are bougie with the fur. I need it to make sure that it's not going to be sweaty because I do sweat on game day. So that was something that was really big for me. And then of course, just the look of it. Like it's so solid. It's so sleek. It's got those like dark charcoals. I can't say too much. I know that, but it's a really pretty look. If you saw some of Jen's, we have a similar thing going on. But I'm so excited for first basemen to feel like they have like the spotlight on them for once. I feel like it's kind of just this like thought after position and like, oh, just stick her over at first base. But man, teams really get it done with a good first baseman, and their first basemen need really good gloves. So I'm very excited about this one.
All right, I think I'm up. Talking about my fielder's glove. I designed this honestly thinking about looking up at a glove wall and thinking, I mean, as a kid growing up and wanting like the baseball glove that looks super legit, super awesome premium leather, and just thinking, God, where are the softball gloves? I wanted this fielder's glove to be up on the wall and have a girl walk in and be like, I want that one, and not know if it was a baseball or softball glove. And I think the look of it is I mean, I love the look of it. Obviously, I got to pick everything up about this glove. But I stayed in the neutrals because that's more so me. I'm more like that super simple, I don't know, person. But I really love this glove because I do think that it puts softball in a category of elite material and that elite look that I think when I was a kid, when I looked up on the glove wall, I wanted something that a professional baseball player would put on their hand. And specifically, I was saving up for my own gloves, and I didn't want one that was going to break down. And this is definitely a quality piece of leather. And again, same as Jen and Lauren were talking about, we solved a little bit of problems with the fit, how the glove closes, got a different system on the back of the glove that's not just Velcro, but it actually is able to adjust to different size wrists. So that was huge. We changed the inside so that it's super comfortable. There's not just the laces hanging up on the inside. It's very smooth as you put your hand in. We actually changed where the finger gussets are. I believe that's the term for it. So it actually fits the female hand a little bit better. And then last thing, I know that a lot of girls are putting their fingers in different spots to make the pocket a little bit bigger, and we even tended to that. So lots of things coming in this glove.
I'm excited because there's an outfield glove coming out. Like, how freaking cool is that? I think, like, going off a little bit what you said, Lauren, like, I think outfielders just get, like, the last pick. Like, when it comes to glove, it's just like there's nothing, like you were talking about Morgan too, like there's nothing in a store for the softball outfielder. And especially at younger levels, it's like, oh, she's fast and she might be a slapper, let's just stick her in the outfield. That's kind of what happened to me when I was younger, because I throw left-handed too. So it's like there was really never a place for me to play, and like it wasn't going to be first base because I was like the scrawniest kid that ever existed when I was younger. So like it wasn't going to happen. So it was just outfield from the time I was in like 6th and 7th grade. And I went through this like really rough patch of like, is this it for me? Am I out here because I'm not one of the best players on the team? And so what we did designing this glove was like making sure that when you like put it on your hand, you know that you matter. And like as outfielders, we're the last line of defense, and every like single piece of the glove, from the web to where you space your fingers to the strap to be able to adjust, you know, to your different wrist sizes, like all of those little things giving you the confidence to play the best that you can defensively. I think everyone in this group values defense so much, which is so freaking cool. But like just valuing like you're the last line of defense, it's time to make a play. I have this great piece of equipment on my hand, like let me go make a Sports Center top 10 play, like it's game time. That's what the glove does. And I love too that throughout this product development, Easton asked us like what little things, like what little subliminal things could we put into the product, from like the serial number to like all of these different things. Like our stories are in these gloves, and we're passing that down to the younger generations, and giving them confidence to keep playing and make plays. And like that's just the coolest thing in the world. And I'm super grateful that Easton allowed all of us to do that, because what a cool freaking thing. Like it's absolutely amazing.
Awesome, you guys. This was amazing. Thank you so much for sharing your insights. I think it's just been so informative, powerful, and actually just really exciting for the sport of softball and what Easton specifically has to offer. So thank you so much. Thank you, NFCA. Good luck, everyone. Stay safe. Take care. Bye.